What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of BS for Build. I'm on my way to the paint shop. We're gonna go return the paint that we didn't use on the valve cover, some of it, and buy some more paint for the car. We gotta buy some paint that's for the right temperature because Oregon is way hotter than it's ever been recently. So I believe it's over 110 in the shop right now. I don't know if I can even paint in that temperature, but I'm gonna go down there to the paint shop and have them let me know how that works. How are we painting the car? What are we doing? It's a big surprise. You'll find out some of it in this episode. So stay tuned. I love how I've lived in this neighborhood for 6 years and I still get lost all the time. Anybody seen Russell Street? Ah, there's Russell Street. This place is really cool. I really wish I could get a shop down here, but it's all really expensive. And it's next to a brewery, which probably isn't safe for me. They're like this spot, like no one's working there, man. I could work there. All right, the paint run was a success. Turns out we cannot spray paint at 100 degrees, so we're gonna have to paint either late at night or early in the morning. There's really no other option. But if we do it early in the morning, then the paint will kind of bake over the day, and that'll be kind of good. I returned so much unused product from other paint projects that we've had on different episodes that I only actually spent like $20 on all the paint for the entire car, so that's pretty great. I forgot to put the new shop banners on the bsforbuild.com store before the episode that comes out in 1 hour. So I'm gonna jet home real quick, upload that stuff to the website, and then we'll head out to the shop and get to work. All right, back in the shop. It's still about 100 degrees outside, but in here, but it'll start to lower down by the time we're ready to paint. And the first thing that we're gonna paint is all of this blue stuff. So inside the trunk and inside the door jambs and the back sides of the doors are still blue from the last time we painted black. So we gotta paint those black to match the outside of the car before we do anything to the outside of the car. So we're gonna start up by cleaning this whole area up, sanding it and paint prepping it and masking things off, getting it ready to roll. All right, we got everything cleaned up, and then we so cleaned it first, sanded it, then that'll scuff up the surface so the paint will stick nicely. And then I used a prep all to clean a wax and degrease remover on all the blue stuff. So next we got to go ahead and mask everything off so that's ready to be painted, and then we'll move on to the next section, which is over there. We are all masked up on the trunk section, and we even got some masking kind of going over into the door section for the next step. While we're doing that, I got some scuffs in this area right here that I'm going to go ahead and clean up a little bit freehand, a little bit using the plastic that we already have, using this plastic resurfacer that Eastwood hooked us up with. So thanks Eastwood for this. I've used this before, it's really good stuff. So that's black plastic, and this does wonders on black plastic, but it's got some scuffs, some sanding spots where I hit it before. So I'm going to hit that real quick with this, and then we're going to move on to the doors. All right, that's cool. Moving on to the doors. So we have to take all the door paneling off, all of this stuff off, all the door rubber trim, pull that off, clean the door so I can paint all the blue stuff around here. Around here, it's a little bit more in depth with the way that these rubbers are installed, and I don't want to screw them up, so I gotta be very careful. But it's pulling all that trim, all that rubber till you have that bare pinch weld metal right there that we can go ahead and get the plastic on. So we'll pull everything off, get it all cleaned up, sanded up, paint prepped, and show you what it looks like. If anybody's wondering about these doors, I'll also show you, try and give you a good shot on how to pop these doors off. I forgot. This side has been all broken down, cleaned up, sanded up, and then hit with the wax and degreaser. So that's all ready. We're going to start taping off this side now, and we're almost done with the other side as well. And then what we're going to do is we're going to lay some long strips of this painter's plastic over the front and going down there. We'll have to figure out something for the base too, down along the bottom, and then behind the door. So basically masking off the entire car. But that'll be nice because then we could spray everything at once. Just like that, the car is prepped. So every surface has wax and degreaser on it. All the parts of the car that I care about are covered in plastic so they won't get overspray on them. We're ready to paint. The idea is I'm going to kind of just, kind of come in and under around here and in and around under here, and then the trunk. So yeah, it's a lot of work just to get a little bit of blue stuff black, but I guess that's what we have to do. I'm doing this one for the fans. Well, no, I'm doing this one for me too. I don't want this to be blue anymore. The theme is really going red and black, and blue is really going to throw things off. So, yeah, that's good. Also, I'm learning from some mistakes previously, so I've covered a lot more stuff in the shop to prevent overspray from sticking on it. So that's it. It's time to mix up some paint. We're going to be using a single stage pure black paint for this interior trim stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and mix it up in the gun right now, and then we'll get spraying. Alright, I got the paint all mixed up. Temperature outside is chill. There are going to be bugs that may land in the paint, but what the hell? It's what's going to happen. Without that door being open, it's going to be too hot in here to even spray because it's still like 80 something outside. So anyways, it's all good. I'm not worried about it. So yeah, spraying the black on everything that's blue. All right, back in the shop. It is the next day, and it's hot as hell still, but this paint turned out great. I'm just sitting here thinking if I could have just painted the outside of the car like this the first time, well, probably wouldn't be here repainting it again today, but that was a real good shot at it, especially for just kind of a quick and dirty. It's way beyond expectations. It's so smooth and nice. And this is that single stage paint too, so it's relatively cheap. If I would have bought, I don't know, 2 times the amount of that, I could have painted the whole car like this, but that's not what we're going for. So it's now time to break down the masking stuff, which if you really care about your paint, you're not supposed to leave it to dry overnight with the masking on, but I didn't, so I just left it. But we're gonna break down all this masking stuff and get the body of the car exposed and get ready for the new paint job. All right guys, it is time to unveil the painting scheme for the car. Let me start off by saying that I know a lot of you guys aren't gonna like this, but I just don't care. This build was doing a lot of things the way I wanted to do them, and so that's why this is happening. This is something that I forecasted before. I forecasted it back when we were working on the Camaro with some paint. I forecasted it, I just straight up said it the last time we were actually painting this car. No, second to last time we were actually painting this car, so I lied. Getting good at this, Maybe I'll paint this thing 5 or 6 times, I don't know. Anyways. This is the last paint job, and this is what I'm going to do. If this next paint job doesn't turn out good, I'm going to wet sand it just like this again, and then I'm going to spray clear coat over it, and I'm going to keep it like this, and we'll call it the Swamp Thing, or the Swamp Monster from Scooby-Doo. But that's kind of the game plan, guys. We are going to wet sand this car. I'm doing it very strategically. I've got this very much planned out. We're going to leave the side skirts, the front lip of the front bumper, both completely black. We are going to wet sand the rest of the body parts except for the hood and the roof, and then we're going to leave all those wet sanding marks, and then we're going to add some other stuff and clear coat over all of it. So it's going to be like, it will almost look a little bit like white camo. It should, if it comes out, it's going to have a lot of white swirly marks on it. It will be very abstract, it'll be very different, and I'm hoping it's going to be pretty cool. There's some more surprises that are going to come in the next episode as far as the paint and adding a little bit more characteristics to it, but for tonight, that is the game plan. We got to get these wet sanding. Essentially, we're like wet sanding just to kind of get the marks into it. So what we're going to be doing is taking 600 grit grit sandpaper, spraying some water down on the body, you know, sanding it up like you normally would, and see how it sits. It's gonna be interesting, it's gonna be abstract. You know, we have a bunch of other options to do later on in the life of this car. If I don't like it, I can obviously come right in and repaint it, or I can, you know, vinyl wrap it. I can do a million different things. But I really wanna try this. I've been wanting to do it for a really long time, and this is that type of build for me where, you know, I'm just gonna try things out. Also, you'll notice that we don't have the hood. It's not gonna be on the car, and it's not gonna be wet sanded because we're doing a different hood that you don't paint. I bet you can guess what that means. All right, well, I was serious when I said you guys are probably not gonna like this. The only thing that I love this, I like the way that it turned out. This is kind of the idea. The only thing that I don't like about it is that it's gonna hide the angles of the car a lot. And that might be the death of this idea. I might change it later on, you know, but for now I'm digging it. I think it's really cool. It's very unique for sure. It will definitely, unfortunately, camouflage a lot of the angles of the car, but a lot of different vinyl wraps do that and stuff too. So we also don't know how the clear coat is going to react to this, because this is just essentially just chalky paint buildup. When the clear coat hits it, it may go into it. We don't know. I guess I could test that, but I don't want to. So we're going to go ahead and do the whole car this way, and we'll figure out the hard way if clear coat doesn't work with it. So you guys know how I said that we hadn't tested it and blah, blah, blah. I tested clear coat on this because I was a little suspect. We ran into an epic problem. This is what a good coat of clear coat looks like over it. It completely erases the whiteness, the vibrance of it, the depth of it, all of it. It just makes it this like chalky, like dull thing. So we're on to plan B. We're gonna test out this same kind of theory, but with color added. I don't really know what we're doing now. We're off the books. We're off the rails. This build's gone off the rails. All right, we're back on the rails. We played around with adding colors, and I didn't really like the look of this, but what we did notice is all the swirl marks kind of stayed around. So then we added a knot color with a little bit of filler primer, and what we sanded up with that filler primer stayed around as well. So the idea is what was happening is when you sand on a clear, you wet sand on a clear, it becomes dust and it looks white because it's dried out, but if you rehydrate that with more clear, it'll just be clear again, and that's what was happening. So we need to have something that's not clear to sand off. So we actually have to spray primer on the car so we can sand it back off and create the swirl marks, which I'm fine with. And yes, this is gonna be a pain in the ass to clean up, but I will take care of that. Probably not tonight, but I'll take care of it soon. So we are taping things off now because we're gonna be spraying primer around here and we don't wanna spray it on any parts that we don't wanna have to paint later or anything. So we're gonna tape off some of this stuff and then it's time to get down to work. We're about 1/5 of the way done. It's some hard work sanding all this stuff out. I think, obviously it's gonna get a lot darker. So you're looking at this and it's just like, it makes the car look like it's like white. But when the clear coat hits it, a lot of this is gonna go away. It's gonna die down, be a little bit more subtle. But it is crazy. And I'm sitting here going like, well, what the hell did I do? But I really wanted to try this, so I'm gonna see it through. I wanna see what it looks like. You know, I can always undo it later if I want to, but for now I really do want to see this through. And like, part of me is super excited and part of me is super scared, so we'll just see how it goes. I'm gonna work my way. I think I should wait for the trunk to completely dry, and then I just gotta like completely sand all that stuff off. So I think I'm gonna stop working on the trunk altogether. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do there. Should I work my way around the back? I think I'll work my way around the back and then get onto that other quarter panel. Yes, hello, YouTube. Yes. Hey, just wanted to call and let you know the build is completely off the rails. Yeah, it's still the same build. No, I'm not done yet. Yeah, a couple months ago, I was hoping. Oh, Mustang? No, nothing. No, Aston Martin. Yeah, I still got it. Anyway, so yeah, this one though, it's off the rails.
The build is officially off the rails. We lost the rails. We're off of them. Someone find the rails and put the build back on them. Why am I talking like this?
That's it, boys. This build has gone off the rails. I worked till 4 a.m. last night. I got thus far. Went home, slept on it, woke up, hated it. I don't hate it, but I'm not into it anymore. We're off the rails. I don't know what to do, but I'm not doing this anymore. Canceled it. I canceled it. So this is the fifth and a half time this car has been attempted to be painted. We'll be going for 6 shortly. I wanted to do it. I tried it. I ain't scared of nothing. But I don't like it. So I'm not going to do it. So we're off the rails. I'll see you tomorrow when we'll be back on the rails and we'll figure this out. Also, Portlanders, Red Door meet Sunday night. I should be there. I'll either be there or I won't be there. You choose. All right, see you then. Peace. Come on.